and welcome to another episode of Harness the Power. In this episode, we're going to be featuring the ability for students to review their exam inside PowerSchool assessment. So I'm currently in the testing center, and I actually already have an active test going. It's already in green status here for me. So technically, students can get in and go ahead and start taking this exam. But let me show you where you can turn on the ability for your students to review questions. It is found under Menu, Edit Test Session. The thing you need to look out for is the Allow Review button right here. You'll want to make sure that's checked if you want to allow for students to review. When you check that box, it'll also ask you to set an end date for the time that's allowed for students to review their test. Now, this is the menu that pops up when you're originally launching the test in the test center as well. So you'll automatically have this before. It's not that you have to launch the test and get it into green mode before you can allow for review. You can just set it up initially as you're getting ready to launch it and say, yes, I want to allow for review. But if you happen to forget to check that box, the good news is you can just come Menu, Edit Test Session. You can also always change your download and submit password here, but you want to make sure that the Allow Review button is checked. All right, let's update our test session, and then let's jump in real quick to a student test and see what this actually looks like. All right, so we're jumping into the test here. We're going to take a quick exam, fun little math exam. Woohoo! Okay, I've answered all 3 questions. I'm at the end of this exam. I'm going to go ahead and submit it. I'm going to say, yep, I'm sure I want to submit. It's going to immediately tell me how I did. I can say, okay, and then it's going to offer to allow me to review my exam. And so I can click Review Exam. It's going to pull up, and it'll show me each question in the exam and whether or not I got it right or wrong. Now, it will only show me right and wrong if it's possible for the system to automatically grade the question. So things like constructive response questions and those types of things will not show as graded until they in fact are. Okay, so I got question 1 right. Question 2, also right. Question 3 I missed because I marked this option right here, and the correct answer was 1.5. Awesome. So I can see how I did. So another great feature within PowerSchool assessment, you can allow for students to see how they did immediately and give immediate feedback on their exams. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.